तो मान रहे हैं कि इनसे ये हुआ।
आप ये जजमेंट पढ़िए कि आपसे रिकवरी करके क्यों नहीं इनके अकाउंट में डाला जाए। When the recovery is illegal without initiating any proceeding, the government cannot act like this. You are also a litigant. You cannot by your own personal will, जब मन किया किसी के अकाउंट से पैसा उठा लिया बैंक को धमकी देकर, क्योंकि एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है आप।
नहीं, अकाउंट अभी तो गवर्नमेंट अकाउंट में है पैसा, अगर जैसा डायरेक्शन।
हम तो डायरेक्शन क्या देंगे, पहले आप जजमेंट पढ़ के इसका जवाब दीजिए। अभी यू हैव टू गो थ्रू दिस जजमेंट।
ठीक है, इसको देख लेते हैं।
देख नहीं लेते, देखिए। आप बोलिए क्या है वकील साहब, प्रोसीडिंग क्यों?
आज जो रिप्लाई फाइल हुआ है माय लॉर्ड, इसमें उन्होंने कहा है कि कैडेस्ट्रल सर्वे में गवर्नमेंट लिखा हुआ था, उसका रिविजनल में गलत से मेरा हो गया। 18 में इन्होंने जो लैंड पोजीशन सर्टिफिकेट दिया, सेम सीओ ने लिखा।
रिविजनल में आपका नाम है?
हाँ,
एक मिनट,
वो अच्छा,
रिविजनल सर्वे कब का है?
ये बताएंगे ना। उसमें ईयर वर कुछ नहीं लिखा हुआ, सिर्फ लिखे हैं कि 73 से 78 में ड्रेनेज डिपार्टमेंट ने एक्वायर कर लिया।
रिविजनल सर्वे कब हुआ?
74-75 में हुआ।
Any entry in the survey which has been wrongly made can be corrected only through the civil court after a few months.
Yes.
Did you file a title suit? Did you file a title suit for correction? A private person has to go for title suit. You will not file a title suit. There is no law for the state.
और लैंड पोजीशन सर्टिफिकेट में माय लॉर्ड इन्होंने लिखा, उक्त जमीन गैर मजरूआ आम, खास, भूदान, भू हकबंदी, सैरात आदि से मुक्त है, एंड साइंड बाय द सीओ चौसा, एंड इट वाज इशूड इन 2020, द सेम पीस ऑफ लैंड।
Please go through Justice Bajantri's order. I will pass the order in the same lines. The amount has to be credited in the account of the petitioner, and if you want to recover it, you initiate a proper proceeding. You cannot do this by mere muscle power.
That should not be. Actually, there should be done according to the procedure of recovery, and it has not been adopted in this case by the respondent.
What is the direction of Justice Bajantri?
The opposite documents are crystal clear that the petitioner has not been heard in the matter. Honorable Apex Court has held that if any adverse order is passed against employee in the event, he or she is entitled to notice. Apex Court in the case of Vipul Bhai Man Singh Bhai Chaudhary versus State of Gujarat, 2017, volume 13, Supreme Court cases 51 held. If any order passed in violation of principle of natural justice is set aside, such order can be passed after complying with principle of natural justice. Further, it is to be noted that refixation of time-bound environment, first, second, and third SAP is required to be redetermined. Even in such an event, order of recovery of rupees 8,96,570 cannot be ordered for the reasons that petitioner is a holder of class 3 post. Honorable Apex Court, in the case of State of Punjab and others versus Rafiq Masi, Whitewasher and others, reported in 2015, volume 46334, held that recovery of excess payment cannot be ordered against Group C and retired officials. In the light of these facts circumstances, the opposite letters dated 5/8 2015 and 22nd April 2016, Connection 9 and 9.1, stand set aside, reserving liberty to the Chief Minister so called notice on the state, non-entitlement of time-bound promotion, chance to correct that.
So I will pass an order of credit of the amount illegally collected pursuant to his order without initiating any proceeding under the Bihar and Orissa Public Demand Recovery Act, or without getting the necessary corrections in the records of the rights.
My prayer would be wrongly collected in order. कर दिया जाए, because intention was not there illegal.
हम wrongly collected, intention हम नहीं देंगे. I will not punish the officer, but I want the amount to be transferred. This kind, all the mutations are being cancelled by revenue officers. Whenever a person is going for claiming compensation on about his land, all his previous certificates, revenue records are disbelieved. They say that the entry seems to be suspicious, so the amount is not to be disbursed in his favor. 50, 60 years back, the entries have been made. Now, if the state wants to cancel the mutation or the entry in the revenue records, it has to go to civil court. A person cannot be denied his rights just because you think that the revenue records have been wrongly maintained.
To that extent.
I will not observe anything against the officer because you are saying that he is an honest officer and it was not intentional.
He
But
was present here, my lord. He had come and he went at about 1:15, my lord, when your lordships, माने क्या बोला जाए, वो बहुत अपने बहुत हुए था.
ये था, देखिए किसी भी ऑफिसर को कोई भी काम करने के पहले कानून का जो मिनिमम पालन होना चाहिए वो करना चाहिए. उनको रिकवरी करना था स्टेट के बेनिफिट में, तो पहले एक प्रोसीडिंग करते, पब्लिक लैंड रिकवरी एक्ट में करते, तब तक इनको नोटिस देते.
सजेस्ट किया सर कि आप कम से कम डीएम से तो डिस्कस करते. ये प्रोसीडिंग हो रहा है आपका, भी ये डीएम से आप कलेक्टर से कंसल्ट करके करते, आपको सजेशन मिलता.
और ये हम ऑर्डर करने जा रहे हैं, वंस एन अमाउंट इज क्रेडिटेड
Yes.
in the account of a beneficiary, the bank, in none of the banks can be forced to return the account to the government
And his account
without any order of a competent quasi judicial authority or court. ये क्या हो रहा है, बैंक में पैसा गया, आप लोकल कलेक्टर हैं, लोकल एडिशनल कलेक्टर हैं, बैंक को धमकाकर कि तुम पर एफआईआर करेंगे, पैसा ले ले रहे हैं.
For the purposes of recovery, it should not be freezed.
If you have CPC attachment decree, before decree there is a power.
Yes.
You exercise those powers.
Yes.
You file an application for attachment before decree, but you have to file it. You don't exercise that power yourself.
Lord,
You are a litigant in the eye of law. This shall not be allowed. आपको और कुछ बोलना है?
मेरा एक ही जो ऑब्जर्वेशन लॉर्डशिप है.
I will not observe anything against the officer concerned, but I will make give general direction, because all over Bihar you are creating havoc. The state is creating havoc.
बैंक के लिए भी हुजूर अच्छा हो जाएगा, हम लोग इतना परेशान होते हैं इसमें.
अरे बैंक तो बेचारा है, ना इधर का है ना उधर का है.
My lord, it may not be passed, माने disposed of, it should remain pending.
Mr. Rajesh Ranjan,
Credit.
I know how to get my order executed.
My lord.
इसको लगाइए इसमें. Heard Sri Rajesh Ranjan for the petitioner. ऊपर कर दीजिएगा. Counter affidavit has been filed on behalf of the state. Next. आप भी फाइल किए हैं क्या? State and बंधन बैंक है. And Bandhan Bank. Why don't you inform the registrar that you appear for Bandhan Bank? You inform the registrar, you get a letter from Bandhan Bank, so that people don't unnecessarily roam around saying that who appears for Bandhan Bank. Heard Mr. Rajesh Ranjan for the petitioner, Mr. Dayanand Singh, Mr. Risiraj Sinha for the state, Mr. Dayanand Singh for Bandhan Bank. Order reserved. Place this case for judgment on कितना तारीख है आज?
23rd.
23rd. On 29th.